Once you have learned to trust your intuition and to really use it, you have found a guide within yourself that can help you in any situation. Hello and welcome back to today's video. This is the follow-up video from the last week's video, Intuition versus Fear. If you haven't watched it, I'm gonna put it in the description down below and on the little info box on the top so you can go and watch that. Otherwise, don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment down below. In today's video, we are going to look at different ways on how you can train your intuition and get better in touch with it, and also tell the difference between intuition and fear or other emotions. Number 1, toss a coin. This is a really cool trick that you can use to train your intuition. This is super helpful if you have to make a decision between two options and you don't know which one to take. So what you are going to do is you're going to decide pre-hand which one is going to be which, like which option is going to be tail and which option is going to be head. And then you're going to toss the coin. In the moment when the coin goes up and comes down, you will have an instinctual reaction on which one you hope will show up. This is basically your intuition or your instinct talking to you, and it shows you what you want to have. So it basically shows the desired outcome that you would like to have. The next step is to understand why. As mentioned in the last video, your reaction could either be intuition-based or fear-based. So once you notice which side of the coin you would have preferred to receive, you're going to ask yourself, why did I want that outcome? Is it because I don't want to do it because I feel uncomfortable about it? Or is it, this is actually what I desire, this is really what I wanted, I don't really care about the other option, I just feel uncomfortable saying no to that other option. But what I really want is actually that. So this is one way how to understand your intuition and even look behind intuition and see, is it really intuition or is it maybe fear that it's guiding you? Number 2, meditation. This is super helpful if you don't have options. If you're looking for an answer and don't know where to start, you're feeling completely lost. So what you're going to do, you're just going to meditate, you're gonna sit down, get into, you quiet your mind, and you're just gonna ask yourself that question, what should I do about X? And you're just going to wait for what comes up. The important thing to know is it's not going to be necessarily very specific or very clear. It could be that you're getting emotions, that you're getting pictures, that you're getting a single word, or you're reminded of a certain situation or person. The next step in that process is about journaling it, dissecting it, okay, what does it really mean? And the best way that I have found is about writing it down and just go with whatever comes up. I just received this picture, I don't know what it means. Does it mean I should do this or does it mean I should do this? And you're going to explore each option that has been presented to you or each emotions, and that will guide you to your actual answer. So the intuition comes as a form of feeling or inspiration or a thought. Again, once you have figured out different options, you're going to question why you want an option and why you don't want it. This will ensure that you're going with your intuition and not your fear. Number 3, feel inside. This is kind of similar to meditation, but it's a little different because feeling inside is when you already have options and maybe even more than 2. Let's say you have 5 different options and you don't know which one to choose. You're going to look at each option and see how you feel about it. Is it like, yes, but I don't know? Is it like, I don't want to do it? Is it, yes, this is the one, but I can't because? So you're going to look at each option and see the feeling, the emotional or even physical feeling that you get from it. And then you're going to do the second step again, which is, why do I feel about it that way? Is it some limiting beliefs? Is it some outside expectations that I feel like I can't go down that road even though that's the one I want to do? What is the reason for feeling the way I feel? And this again will help you in understanding, is it really intuition or is it fear that is guiding you? Number 4, ask for help, advice or guidance from other people. Have you ever had a conversation with a person about a problem asking them for advice or a solution, and the answer that they gave you was super unsatisfying and you felt like, I don't want that advice, like I want something else. This is also your intuition talking to you. This is similar to the coin exercise. It's about asking another person for their idea, their input, their solution on your problem. The moment that you ask the question and the person gives you an answer, you're going to look at your reaction. Is it, yes, this feels good, this answer, or is it, I don't like this answer? And just listen to your initial response, not just physically and emotionally, but also verbally. Because often we start to argue about the solutions that are given to us. But in that argument often lies the answer that you are looking for. Again, you gotta dissect like what is fear and what is intuition. What is, it's not your approach, it's the style that that person has, it's a way that that person solves problem, but it's not for you. Like, where can you find the middle ground? Like, how can you take that advice but turn it around in a way that feels aligned to you? And also the other step that I've mentioned with the other one about understanding why are you against that advice? Is it because of fear or is it because that's just not the right thing? And you would do that again with asking, why am I against that advice? Number 5, just decide. There comes a point where you just have to make a decision. And even though you practice a lot of your intuition, sometimes there's so many factors involved that there is no clear answer and you have to go with the best option possible. Because the truth is, most of the decisions that we make are reversible. So there are so many decisions that we make, not just on a day-to-day basis, like the simple questions of what to get for dinner, but even bigger ones, should I take that job or not? That if we really don't like it, if we really feel out of alignment after a while, we can still change that. We can still be like, okay, I thought it was it, but it isn't. You might be asking now, but I felt so sure. I was so clear on this being the right thing for me, that this was my intuition guiding me, and now I realize it's not. I would not say that this wasn't your intuition. In that case, I would still say that you have followed your intuition, because our intuition isn't always logical, and sometimes we need to experience some illogical thing so we can go along on our actual path. So sometimes you maybe had to take that job that you thought was amazing, that did feel right, and you had to do the job to figure out this is not the path to go. So your intuition guided you to realize that this is not the path to go. And if you didn't make that experience, it would always have drawn energy from you. There would always been a part of it like, oh, I want to do that part. So your intuition guided you to that experience to make you realize this is not it. Let's move that way. So you still trusted your intuition, you still followed your intuition, but it showed up different than you might have expected. These are 5 different ways on how you can train your intuition. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you liked them. This is it for today's video. I'm wishing you a beautiful day and I see you in the next one.